Hello everyone, this is Intro to DeFi, and in this video we're gonna cover the HyperJump project. And HyperJump is basically an AMM automated market maker like SpookySwap or SpiritSwap, but there some gamification there which I will talk about later. And the features are the trade farm stake as usual. So there are two native tokens of HyperSwap. One is Aurora, which is a deflationary token. It's like the F-Bomb meme token. You can buy it, but you can't sell it. If you sell or if you do something, it will burn in your hand. So the Aurora is like that, but exception is it generates yield with FTM Aurora yield farming pool. So the highest percentage is 15% based on 50 Aurora per FTM, and the lowest possible burn is 0.5%. It burns in every transaction. When you sell on a DEX, when you're sending from one wallet to another, when you add or remove liquidity from an AMM, it burns, and 50% of all burns are distributed to holders of the other Aurora. The other Aurora holders will get the burnt token. 25% are removed from supply permanently, and 25% will go to HyperJump developers. So right now there's not a good use case for Aurora in my opinion, but if you like deflationary tokens which only goes up, you can buy it and you can play with it. You can use it to farm yield. The other other native token is Ori, which is the Binance, the alloy in Binance Smart Chain. It's the same. The idea is the same. And this is a token to go to in my opinion, because the 1% of all LP deposits in the asteroid field, which is the yield farming I will show you, are used to buy back and burn alloy, which is Ori, and 0.1% of trade fees on HyperSwap are used to buy back and burn Ori. So there are constant buying pressure on Ori, which will take the token's price go up. It's like there are different kinds of yield distribution ideas, and buyback and burn is one of them. And the Ori token is something like the stock of the HyperSwap. So all the trade fees will go to Ori tokens. You can think like that. And let me show you what this all thing about. So let's assume that you have FTM and Ori, and you want to put them into the liquidity pool to generate some fees. And then you take that LP token to the vault to farm even more Ori. Then if you give 5 Oris to the protocol, you get a MAC, and that MAC will generate more Oris for you, and in the future there can be a surprise. So stay tuned to their Twitter. And it's like, I don't know if you played Adventure Capitalist or Cookie Clicker, but for example in Cookie Clicker you were clicking to get some cookies, then sell some cookies to buy grandma, which makes more cookies. Then with those more cookies you buy another grandma, then 2 grandmas can make 1 grandma and half an hour or something. Then it it compounds and it compounds, and the idea in HyperSwap is something like that. You buy max with Oris, then those max will generate more yield for you, so you can compound and compounds, and you can buy 2 max, then that goes 4 max, it grows exponentially, etc, etc. So I think this is very cool, and the UI is great for that. So let's go back to the protocol. So this is the protocol, and as you can see, this is a normal AMM. You can change tokens here. There are some tokens, but they're not that much liquidity on many of them, because this is the yield farming page, and there are only 6 farms for now. So these farms will have liquidity, but the others probably won't have liquidity that much. And you can exchange here, and you can add liquidity here. Then you can take that liquidity, and asteroid field, as I said before, is the yield farming page, and you can take that liquidity. For example, you can stake it here and confirm. Don't forget that there's a 1% deposit fee on all LP farms, which used to buy back Ori from the pool and burn it. So let's deposit it, for example. Then the max staking is basically single-sided staking with a gamification on top of that, and 5 Ori equals to 1 meg, but you don't have to have exactly 5 Oris. So for example, we can build some max with this much Ori too. And it generates more Oris for us, so we can use it to even make more max, to make more Oris, etc, etc. And if you harvest here, if you press harvest here, you harvest the Ori. If you press compound here, you harvest Ori, then instantly change that Ori to Mac, and the ratio is always 1 to 5, and you can always change your max back to Ori here. If you press convert to Ori, it asks you disassemble max. Okay, you press OK, then it converts your Mac to Ori. So that's it. I think, if I didn't forget anything, that's it. Don't forget that these are all experiments, and play with the money you don't want to lose, and don't forget that these are not financial advices. Do your own research before engaging with the protocols, and I suggest you to visit the site, because the site is really so cool, and it's the best UI I have seen in the Fantom space for an AMM. The farms are generating huge APYs right now, so you can try it, you can learn it. As you know, FTM is so cheap. And happy farming. See you in the next video. Goodbye.